Welcome back to Cards and Comics. Today, I want to do something different, something new, something my channel's never tried before. And that's to do a top 5 video. Because I have 870 subscribers, and I've been on YouTube for almost 3 years. And I thought, who can I rip off the most that would gain me the most subscribers? Because that's what it's all about at the end of the day, is to grow your subscribers and to be a YouTube star. And I thought, who else but to pattern myself after Sports Card Investor, because he has 248,000 subscribers. So I can obviously get at least a few subscribers by just copying his content. But when I went and looked at his top 5 videos, I realized he's not highlighting the cards that are selling for the highest, or he's holding back information because he doesn't want you to know the true cards that are out there that are worth money. And it's because maybe him and other influencers are trying to hoard them for themselves. Because obviously the cards I'm going to show you are the ones that are cards that you can find easily, maybe, if you look for them, but they bring you a lot of money, and maybe they don't want you to know that. All right. So here we go. First card up. 1989 Fleer Michael Jordan. Now, this is actually not an 89 Fleer Michael Jordan, but this is a combo pack. You get multiple cards for $200,000. But the big card is this 89 Fleer, it's not an 89 Fleer. You're going to have to do your own research here, guys. And again, it's very important you do your own research to find out what year this card actually is. Because even the seller is trying to hide this from us, okay? Okay. It's a pink border variation. Now, big thing here is, now the seller's smart. He knows he needs to give some of this money up to charity, because this card normally sells for 50 cents or below. And again, that's like a $2 trillion or percentage increase in value from what it normally sells for and what this rare variation sells for. Now, the 2 trillion, don't quote me on that. That's just math. I'm trying to, I'm not very good at it. So, I'm just trying to, get you an idea of how much of a factor that this card sells higher than the normal card. But it's a big number. Okay, guys, it's a big number. Now, let's look at this. Now, it's a pink top, iconic 90 Fleer. Okay. It says 89. Whatever. It's a year. You need to look it up. Okay. Now, it's the rarest card in the world, guys. Okay. It's the rarest card in the world. Yes. Now, it's rarer than any of his rookie cards, and so it should be worth more. And again, it's not tampered. Okay. And he spelled not with a 0, so you know it's serious. Okay. It's not faded. This has not been left out in the sun. Okay. To fade the red into pink, because it normally has a red top border. Okay. Definitely not a printing variation where some red ink was left out. This is a 1 of 1 rare. And again, just plain old ink ran low. Okay. He's trying to hide it, guys. This is a 101 This is a 101. This isn't just any old variation, okay? No other one exists in the world, okay? So, you gotta dig through this kind of miasma of information to get to it, but it should be examined by high-end collectors, okay? It says it right there. Should be examined by high-end collectors. It's an art piece, okay? And it's imperfect, okay? But indicative of our times, considering that pink represents positive and horrible diseases and clarifying social issues, this card is a work of God. I'm just going to say it. It's brought down from on high to clarify social issues and to cure positively diseases that are horrible. Okay? So, I just want to say it, that if you can find one of these in the wild, because look, I'm sure this isn't the only one out there, because why would God only want one of these cards to exist? Okay. But it's priceless, but it's worth $200,000. So there's a lot of contradictions here, but again, the Lord works in mysterious ways. So let's just recap. It's priceless, but it has a price. It's not faded, not tampered, but the ink just ran low. Okay. That's how it was made. It is a work of divine work. and it's going to cure horrible diseases and clarify social issues. So it's a lot of stuff going on for one card. So $200,000 is a steal. Okay, so that's a lot. That's the first card. Now you can understand why they don't want us to know about this card. Okay, because I mean, curing cancer, card from Divine, Divinity card. Okay, it's just all that stuff here. So I'm just saying, if you go out in the wild and look for this pink border error, your life will change. I'm just saying. Okay, moving on. Okay, next up is the 1989 Saranac Glove Darryl Strawberry Rare Scarce Nose Baseball card. Whew. Okay, it's a lot going on this card. Now, I don't know exactly how much it sold for, but I'm pretty sure it's at least between $74,000 and $75,000. Because why would the person take anything less? Because this is truly a work of art. Look at this face. Look at those eyes. They peer right into your soul. Now, if anyone has this card, and obviously there's not a lot around because it sold for so high, but if you have this card, I'll tell you one thing. The eyes and the nose on this card will mesmerize your buyer into making best offers well above what a normal card should bring. I'm just telling you straight up, this card's magic. Okay, it's nothing to do with anything bad. Okay, it's just, if you want to know the truth, this card will mesmerize your buyers to overpay. So, this is definitely a card that obviously doesn't come up for sale very often because of its magical properties. So I just want to make sure that if you're not comfortable dealing with the rare scarce nose oddball baseball card that this is, and dealing with maybe powers you don't understand, because this could be something that unleashes something that you're not prepared to deal with. So you got to be careful, okay? For one thing, there's only 30 known to exist in circulation, okay? And this is something that you have to really be careful with, is that only so much power can be put into one card, okay? And it's not professionally graded, okay? So I don't know if that would take away some of its power if you put a piece of plastic in between the card and you as a human being, but it could. And so I'm just saying, I don't know if I would get it graded. Okay. The card, okay, has a legend to it, and it's notoriously called the nose card. Okay. So evidently, Darryl didn't like the painting, and he cursed the card. And that curse is given it its magic properties today. So there you go, guys. I mean, why would anyone want you to know about a cursed card and just tell you about it so you can make money with it? It's just not in these influencers' nature to give you the real deal, guys. And I'm telling you, you need to get the rare scarce nose baseball card, oddball Darryl Strawberry card, if you can find it. Okay, only 30 exist. This is one. 29 more are out there, guys. You need to get looking. All right. Whew. So we've gone through some pretty heavy-duty cards already. And I don't know, I may take a break, but this card, when I saw this, I was flabbergasted because people don't understand what this really is. I'm just telling you right now. The first ever Paige Van Zandt kiss card. Okay. On surface, you got a photo of her kissing the card, so you know it's real. You have her kissing the card again, so it's double kiss card. I mean, she's got some band-aids on and things are happening in the photo, but there it is, Paige Van Zandt. You don't understand, guys, why this card's so important. Because obviously there's DNA on this card, right? And whoever buys this card at some point in the future can make their own clone of Paige Van Zandt. And so you can buy this card, and again, somebody paid $13,000. They know what they're doing. Okay, they got the clone tank ready to go. Okay, I'm sure they've got the mad scientists already locked up in the cellar. They're going to make their own Paige Van Zandt clone. Okay, that's all there is to it. No one's going to pay $13,000 for a card like this unless there were some other plans. And again, guys, you're sleeping on bench warmers, you're sleeping on those cards, because you can have your whole army of cloned Playboy bunnies, your own supermodel playground, by just buying these cards and doing your own cloning. You know, if you think about it, just step 1, buy the card. Step 2, cloning technology. Step 3, you know, your own army of supermodels. Okay. That's 3 steps. That's all you need. 3 steps. So, I mean, the person who bought this card is a visionary. He is probably going to be the happiest man on the face of the earth, with his 50 clones of Paige Van Zandt, and him in his mansion, you know, sipping his tea that's being poured by his Paige Van Zandt clone. So I'm just telling you, this is what's going on. This is why this card sells for much. It's going to happen, guys. The technology is getting better. It's going to happen, and people are buying these cards up because, hey, look, you got to have some starter DNA, and this is the way to get it, guys. So, you know, be on the lookout for these kind of cards, and don't be surprised if those bench warmer cards start to sneak up in value, especially the ones that have touched the people, touched the models, you know, and have some DNA left over. Very, very valuable, guys. Okay. All right, next up. Okay, now these 2 cards at the very end, I just want to, you know, show you guys that there's tons of variations and cards out there that people, you know, talk about, that are in the know. And they sell for a lot of money, but no one wants to really talk about them because they don't think they're real variations, or they're, you know, real cards. You know, that they're just, you know, made up, or, you know, these errors don't exist. But, you know, what you got to do is you've got to circle the errors, okay? You've got to show where the misregistration of a photo creates an error, okay? Because if you don't put a circle on the card, then who's going to know where the error is, right? And every circle makes a card worth more money. So again, you've got to circle stuff. You know, you've got to like highlight the area randomly on a card to show that there's something there. Again, circles, guys. It's all about the circles. How is someone going to know that this card should be worth more money? You got to put circles on it. Now, I will show this card here, though, is another example of a card without circles, and it sold for a lot of money. The Bo Jackson 1990 Donners. Okay. Sorry, $91. I even get things wrong. I know, I'm sorry. But look, this card obviously, you know, is a Bo Jackson, and just being a Bo Jackson is worth a lot of money. Okay. But just think about how much this card would have sold for if it had circles on it. That's all it needed. Because that $10,000, which, I mean, is a lot of money, okay, for a bona fide error card. But it should have had circles, okay? And, you know, it's no faults, guys. No faults on this card. So, $10,000, it's a steal. But just again, I want to show you guys that these tips and tricks that they don't want you to know about are because they don't want you going out and finding your 91 Donruss Bo Jackson error card and selling it for $10,000. They want to. They're scouting. They got teams of people out there looking for these cards. You know, Teapot every day is looking for this Bowman card, or this Donruss card with Bo Jackson. Okay? And you can be rest assured he's going to put circles on it to show you where the error is. So be smart. Go out and try to find these cards, okay? It's going to make it's going to make you lots of money. And again, this is stuff that no one's going to tell you about unless you really look hard for it on eBay. Do your research. Figure it out, guys. But this is the real top 5, okay? This is really where the money's at. Because again, you know, these cards normally sell for $1 or $2, maybe 50 cents. So you got to upcharge like a couple trillion %, okay? You can't get that kind of return anywhere else in the hobby, okay? This is the only place I'm telling you where you can make this kind of money. Okay, so come to my channel. This is the kind of information I'm going to give you to make yourself a better collector, make yourself some money, and get the real inside scoop. Okay, so please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Cards and Comics. Bye.